There's an object in this piece that is interesting to me because when I first found it in a junk store, it had this energy when I touched it that was so embedded. It was so sad to me. I took it out, built the piece, and as it was on exhibition, many people honed in on that particular object and said they felt so sad, or there's something bad or wrong or evil almost, some people. And I thought that was fascinating because I believe that objects hold imprints in time, just in many different ways. And that object in the experiment proved true because so many people found that within this work, and it's not obvious, and I didn't call it out, but it's interesting. It's in this little cocoon space that I work. Within this confined space, a transformation takes place, and the imprints within those objects meld together. And sometimes, like a button, it has a copper fitting on the back, and that verdigris will come through and manifest on the lace, and it'll weave its way in. And as those boxes get juggled around here, they also move and engage in different ways before I start working with them. So there's a time embedded part of the practice in that fermentation for me.
Like if you have objects in a box, you won't necessarily use all of them.
No, I will then, the piece will start to define itself. And the best thing that I have been able to do is cultivate this intuitive space where I have to be in my little cocoon to really get there, but I can sort of exit this plane and get on an intuitive level where I'm actually reaching for things which I can't see with my eyes, but my hands have eyes in this space and in that state. And so in the fermentation, those objects are dictated by my intuition, not necessarily my mind. So like thought process, it's more about, so they're not all used. But it's important and significant for them to have been together to build that energy. And then the piece defines itself as it goes. I think ritual is so much a part of my work because it defined who I am in terms of being first generation and ritual being embedded in Italian culture, not just the pageantry of Catholicism, but in daily life. And being a person who exists on that third plane, which is not the country of my origins or the country I live in, but this other space, I think that contributes in a weird way to the work that I do and how I sometimes have these comparisons to many other cultures. And my intent is to reach a universal. I know that's a ridiculous premise in many ways, but I also think to try to get that, we as artists can all redefine what that means. It's a new language that has to be created. And so that association is a lot of the influence that I experienced. So I am honored about that, but sometimes it comes in a different way where it seems as if I'm trying to take something and for my own, and I'm not trying to take anything that doesn't come from my own experience.